Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Katamari Forever. I'm Dylan, your host, and it is episode 11 already. We're really getting up there. Won't be long before this series has more episodes than my original Katamari Damacy Let's Play. It's kind of crazy. Alright, so right now we are wearing the pinwheel that we obtained last time on the Katamari Sprinkler stage, and we're going to trade that in for the ring toss, also obtained on that same stage. Because they were both head-based items, we weren't able to wear them both last time, but here we go. And let's also, while we're here, take off that secret wig. I'm not too fond of that. The gum's nice, though. And we'll stick with Paula for right now. It seems like just about the right time for another Just Right stage, so I'm going to head over here to the King's Cosmos, and we're going to give Medium Just Right a try. King's Cosmos, unfortunately in black and white as always. I don't really mind the grayscale. I like the effect of the colors returning to the stage, but I don't think it makes for a particularly great video. So these episodes might be a little less interesting for you to look at, but they represent slightly fewer than half of the stages in the game. I hope you don't mind too much. King appears to be snoring right now. Haven't addressed this much, but on the loading screens, the King says different things that fly out letter by letter, and you can actually control the direction that the characters are flying with one of the control sticks, and you can control the King's position with the other. I don't tend to do that. I tend to just let him go off in whatever direction he wants, but there is a little bit of a loading screen mini-game in this game, so it's worth mentioning. In any case, we're back here on another Just Right stage, much like the small Just Right stage, and also much like the North Star from the original game. Our goal here is to make a Katamari that is not as large as we can go, but as close as we can go to a specific size. In this case, I believe that'll be 20 meters, which looks just like that, though we won't have that overlay for long. That's going to go up into the corner and get a little bit distorted, so we won't be able to use that. But we'll do the best we can to remember the version we saw and try to get up to 2 meters. Gonna kick these soccer balls around. I really love that touch. Put soccer balls right in front of you, and it looks like you're big enough to roll them up. They're not too big, but they're just like out of your reach, so if you roll into them right away, instead of them becoming part of the Katamari, you just kick them around like one would traditionally kick around a soccer ball. And you may have noticed that we are in the school. The school's always been a recurring setting in these games. In the original Katamari Damacy, the schoolyard was a pretty important location for all of the stages set in the world section of the game. It seemed like there was always something going on there, and you'd very frequently find a royal present somewhere in the schoolyard on top of the school, but you never saw what was going on indoors. You never got to see the students hard at work inside the school, but the later games filled that gap. I know that We Love Katamari, Mina Daisuke Katamari Damacy, had a couple of stages set inside the school, and I believe this is the same schoolyard as that, so maybe this stage comes from that game. Not entirely sure about that, but yes, we are here inside the school, seeing lots of school things going on. There are a few classrooms you can visit around the school. Over here we have the restrooms. Can roll up some things here. I'm sort of taking my time at the moment because this is a Just Right stage. There's no time limit. Just doing whatever I can to get up to 20 meters. And that's still a ways off. We have not yet started rolling up people, and we will have by the time we get to that size. Right now we're still being kicked around by people, including that gym coach there with the megaphone. You can go through the doors here in the school, and all that does is take you back around to the other side of the school. And same with the doors there, they just sort of wrap around, just a shortcut you can take. Not entirely useful here in a stage without a time limit, but there you have it. Now this is the classroom where we started, and now that we've gotten a little bit larger, we can use the Prince Hop to jump up there and grab that royal present. If we didn't have access to the Prince Hop, we would have to get significantly larger than the goal of 20 meters in order to be able to reach that present, unless we did some sort of like trick climb to get up there. But we've got that. There's one royal present on this stage, and we additionally have one cousin somewhere. And I believe that's in the last classroom, this one here actually. Should see Foomin around here somewhere. Maybe this isn't the right room. Oh, there he is. Foomin just sort of looks like he's pushing an invisible Katamari. We'll roll him up there. Foomin, the fork-shaped cousin. Got a head that sort of cocks upward on each side. Uh-oh. We may have trapped ourselves in here. We can't seem to fit through the door. A tine too many, the king says. Very funny. Let's see if we can squeeze through here with the roll. Sometimes the roll gets you, yeah, it gets you places you couldn't get otherwise. Oh, crap. We just hit some like lockers, I guess, that were in the restroom here, and that boosted our size quite a bit. So we should be careful going forward. On our way to our allocated size. It looks like there's a school mascot or two over in that toilet there. Pork, pork, its shirt says. Okay. Let's roll up a few students. If I remember correctly, I used to use the desks as a benchmark for when I was reaching the right size. Like once I'd rolled up several desks, it was about time to go. So let's do that. Roll up a few desks in here. And I'll go ahead and press square to stop the timer. Yes, I'm sure. Finish the assignment. Is it just the right size? Let's find out. Royal Rainbow! Find our final score. What's it gonna be, King? How close did we get to just right? Stays put when windy, pulls off without fuss, and when you lose it, you know how perfect it was. Alright, how perfect is our Katamari? Oh, yeah, of course, 2 meters. I kept saying 20 meters, which is obviously much too large to fit inside the school. 2 meters. Yeah, wait. Oh, I didn't see my score. I was too busy talking and I clicked through it. In any case, we rolled up mostly school things, which is appropriate. Also cleaning and sports. What's the score? 47 points. That's rather poor. I think we can do a little bit better, so I think I'll be running it back, doing it one more time. Looks like we got a flower-shaped royal present. And what sort of disturbing cousin? Yes, it's Foomin. Nice and blue now that he's been rolled up. No longer just a memory. Turn that Katamari into a Lunchbox satellite worth 47 points. But we can do better. So, let's try again. And I'm back after taking a few sips of delicious raspberry tea. I've also taken the liberty of changing our cousin from Paula over to Foomin. And one of the greatest things about Foomin is that any present that goes on top of a cousin's head or replaces their antenna gets doubled for him because he has 2 antennae. So as you can see, I've equipped the flower that we just got in this very classroom, and so we see 2 symmetrical flowers, one on top of either end of his head there. And we're going to try again to get a better score than 47 points here in the classroom of the medium just right stage. Going to try to get a Katamari that's 2 meters in size, starting by kicking around some footballs as we did last time. And let's see what we can do here. Going to start out rolling some smaller objects, just some paint buckets, book stands, you know, typical things that you'd see scattered around the floor. This looks like a really dangerous place to have class, like you'd stand up from your desk and immediately trip over something. Got some huge thermoses just sitting around in the middle of nowhere, probably waiting to get kicked and spill hot coffee all over. Really, the hallways need a cleaning too. This place is just a huge mess. I'm sure they're thankful that I've got this Katamari cleaning up for them. Their entire janitorial staff must be on vacation or something, except for this poor guy here, who's not even a janitor. This is just some student who appears to be sweeping around, probably as some sort of punishment. His hair gives him sort of delinquent look there. Wonder what he did to deserve that. Well, he's doing a poor job anyway. There's an octopus right on top of this statue. Clearly can do a better job of cleaning up this school. This is an exceptionally tall student that just walked in here. Look at this guy. He's probably the tallest person in school. And over here, there seems to be a cooking class going on right here in the middle of the hallway. Not sure what makes them think that that's the optimal place for that. Not even anywhere to bake, no stove at all. Got a chicken here watching over some eggs, which appear to contain ostriches. Not swans, unfortunately, so we won't be getting any points for those. Back here in the original classroom where we found our royal present last time. Looks like some students are running away from us, which means that we should be able to roll them right up. Gonna have to kick them over first, but then they should be very happy to join us in our endeavor. Come on, get back here. No, turn upside down again so I can roll you up. Alright, back around here. back to the restroom. Big enough to get these urinals yet? No, we're not. I remember these lockers seemed to come with us pretty easily last time, so I thought I'd try bumping into them just to see for sure, but nope, not quite up to that size yet. We can get these baking students here. Cafeteria helpers, alright. Everyone very helpful in the school, everyone pitching in since the staff appears to be mostly off duty. I'm gonna look out for that heart there. It's nice to have it, but I don't think we want to be rolling up all of these objects in this room at once. There's what appears to be an invisible student here. You can just see some clothes and glasses just floating around. What is this? I can't roll it up, even though I can roll up most of the people in this room. Look at that cameraman. Come on, where's the invisible student? Yeah, come back here. I want to see what you're called, because you're a really strange object. Did I bump him into the hallway? Where did that invisible guy go? I guess it's to be expected that an invisible person would be hard to find. Anyway, we'll roll up some desks, and last time I stopped after rolling these desks, but last time we also got a pretty poor score, so I'm going to keep rolling just a little bit longer. We should be getting close to 2 meters, but since I was way too small last time, I want to play it safe, and I'd rather go a little bit over this time. Alright, we got the really tall student, so I think I can call it there. We're looking pretty nice there. I think this is about 2 meters. And so let's head back to space and find out whether I'm right. Royal Rainbow! Hoping to see 2 meters this time. Hopefully not too far off from that. How'd we do? The Queen and us share a passion for each other. She's perfect for us and we for her. Ah, he seems to be remembering. That's good. Whoa, 2 meters, 59 centimeters. I guess I played it a little bit too safe going over that time. Alright, well, somewhere between this and our last Katamari, there's a perfect score, so I can just pretend I got that. Just take the average of my runs, and wow, 24 points. Let's just pretend this one did not happen at all. That was awful. We're gonna make Stardust out of this and just say goodbye. Well, thanks a lot for watching. Sorry that this one was a little bit short, but these just right stages don't lend themselves particularly well to long video, and I don't feel like trying this one over and over again to get a better score. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.